Hi, welcome to Mortgage Business Expo in London. A really busy day, lots of really good speakers as well. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. So, before we sort of ask the question, why are you here? What do you want to get out of Mortgage Business Expo? What's important for Coventry to be here?
Really, it's about trying to make connections with new and existing brokers. The market has been so busy. There's been bits of volatility. Yeah. Obviously, there's lots of changes potentially on the horizon. So we think it's a really good opportunity to come and speak to brokers, find out what works for them, what they're looking for from lenders, and how we can actually try and help with our own proposition now and going forward.
Oh, that's really good. And obviously, there's a lot of mainstream lenders entering buy-to-let as well. I mean, it's a busy space. Obviously, it's had its challenges as well. So why do you think more lenders are entering this space? And actually, how do you see that, the market over the next year?
Yeah, I think buy-to-let, for us as a business, buy-to-let has always been a core element of our proposition. We do a significant amount through Godiva mortgages. We've entered the limited company space. But to answer your point more directly, more and more lenders are starting to see this because home ownership clearly is the ultimate goal for the majority of people. But we know there's affordability crisis out there for some, and renting is the option that a lot of people are going to have to go down to. So lenders are looking at their own risk profiles, they're assessing the market, and they see that actually limited company is a very safe and a very solid market for lenders to enter. And again, it helps sort of soon-to-be first-time buyers and next-time buyers and downsizers. So from a purpose perspective, it's really useful as well. But for us, it was a natural evolution to go from normal buy-to-let into limited company buy-to-let. It's been an incredibly successful launch for us.
Yeah, and I suppose the risk profile is different as well because it's a limited company, so it's a business, and so it's a more professional enterprise potentially than a landlord that's got one or two properties.
Risk profile is really positive, believe it or not. We're not seeing any adverse risk at all or negativity at all. Again, looking over historically over the book, we have very few losses on buy-to-let. We think that limited company is going to bring out that element of professionalism where people have actually got a plan, they've got a structure. It's a long-term investment. It's not an accidental situation. So actually, we think that it's a really positive move, and we don't foresee any major problems.
And in terms of some of the difficulties for landlords, how do you see how do you see that market changing, and also for things like for self-employed people on risk? So what areas of the market do you feel need some improvement in terms of criteria, but also the areas that the Coventry can help in?
I think most lenders understand their risk profile. Most lenders understand what makes them strong and stick to their knitting in a sense. But what we are starting to see is more and more lenders sort of experiment in other areas. Again, self-employed is a prime example. We're seeing more lenders sort of tweaking and loosening their criteria around self-employed in terms of actually, if they're a limited company director, do you look at salary? Do you look at share of profits? That's where we've been for quite a while, but we are also making some other improvements in terms of allowing people to capital raise sort of higher loan to values. I think the perspective of, actually, it is a really underserved market, so it's a specialist domain for some, but as I say, other mainstream lenders are starting to look at it now and go, actually, the risk profile on this is not really different than a normal employed person. In a market and in an economy where there is additional costs for employers, unfortunately, everybody's in the same place.
Yeah, good to hear from someone who's obviously self-employed. So, have a great day, Jonathan. Enjoy it. I've seen lots of people wandering past us so earlier. So, have a good day.
Great.
See you soon.
Thanks very much.